Come on, or if I start the cartoon, man, Ted full up in him.
What a cool man!
In the quiet hills of Portland, Jamaica, lived a man named Leon. He was a hard-working man, known for his loyalty to family and his deep love for his mother, Miss Cynthia. Leon had always been his mother's pride and joy, the eldest son who helped her raise his younger siblings after his father passed away. Miss Cynthia had devoted her life to Leon, and in turn, Leon always felt he owed her everything. And Leon met Simone, a beautiful, kind-hearted woman who brought light into his life. Simone loved Leon deeply, but she quickly realized that there was one obstacle in their relationship that would test her patience and strength: Miss Cynthia. From the very beginning, Miss Cynthia didn't take kindly to Simone. She saw her as an outsider, someone who was stealing her son away. Miss Cynthia made no effort to hide her disdain, and she would constantly make snide remarks.
Look how long me there wait for the little soup until now she cannot give it to me. But I guess she want me catch up in the evening, yeah. Me already tell her, say me have a headache, you know. It's so finished, Miss Cynthia. Just give me like 5 more minutes. No, man, but 5 minutes must gone and over with, no, man. You are young girl. You must can figure out something to make the pot work quicker. And where you get this woman from, this slow cook?
Simone tried to rise above it, telling herself that with time, things would improve, but Miss Cynthia's presence loomed over their marriage like a storm cloud. Leon, ever the dutiful son, was blind to the tension between the two women. He didn't want to believe that his mother could be disrespectful, so he would dismiss Simone's complaints.
Leon, you know your mother going for the little soup.
Simone, I just saw mommy steal, man. You have to just laugh it off with her and call it idea, not follow her up.
Me understand what you're saying, but gosh, she still have to learn how to talk to people. Cause it's not like she's sick or nothing. She have sense.
Yeah, that I choose still in no man, but remember say I'm my mother, and she grew me. I mean, knows that she like you, man. No follow her up, no peer, no mind.
Miss Cynthia had made it clear that she didn't like Simone and wasn't going to back down. And as the weeks turned into months, the situation became worse. One Sunday morning, Leon, Simone's Miss Cynthia were heading to Ocho Rios to visit Simone's sister. Leon pulled up in the driveway, ready to take both women to Ocho Rios. As they approached the car, Miss Cynthia walked straight to the passenger side and stood there, arms folded, expecting to sit in the front seat beside Leon. Simone paused, confused. She had always ridden in the front seat with her husband. It was the natural order of things, but Miss Cynthia, as always, expected to be first in everything.
Anyways, me is the one that's gonna sit in the front seat. No young woman or no woman at all cannot come between me and my son. I will be the one sitting in the front seat next to my son.
She looked at Leon, expecting him to say something, but Leon just gave a weak smile, trying to avoid conflict.
Simone, remember what I tell you yesterday? Mommy is alright coming at the front. Simone, go and sit down in her back. Sit down in her back and get some fresh breeze.
That was the breaking point for Simone. She felt her blood boil, the sting of disrespect cutting deep. She had been patient for so long, biting her tongue for the sake of peace, but now she felt humiliated.
So you're gonna tell me, say, do not pay her any man again?
Her voice trembling with anger.
Then in no sense, you know, hear what she just say. No woman cannot come between you and her. What is she talking about? Do you not feel like she was throwing some type of slur at me? You know, say me do not like your style, but you see your head shape? You feel like you say me not... Cha, you know I'm going at this car.
Before Leon could respond, Simone stormed to the back of the car, opened the door, and slammed it shut as hard as she could. She didn't want to be part of this charade any longer. Miss Cynthia, ever the instigator, stood smugly by the front door, pretending as if she hadn't heard a thing. Leon drove in silence, his hands gripping the steering wheel tightly, while Miss Cynthia comfortably in the front, not even glancing back at Simone. Her mind racing with anger, disappointment, and hurt. The next day, the conflict escalated once more. It was Sunday, and in Jamaica, Sunday dinners are sacred. Simone had prepared a meal: fried chicken, steamed vegetables, and white rice. She had been tired after a long week and decided to keep things simple. But the moment Miss Cynthia saw the white rice on the table, she let out a loud, dismissive sigh.
Lord, what is this? White rice on a Sunday? What a disrespect. Leon, you can do better than this, my son. What is taking place here? What about Michelle? Michelle, where did I talk to in high school?
Simone's face flushed with anger. She had had enough of the constant criticism.
Listen, Miss Cynthia. I've been trying to be respectful for the sake of your son, but I'm gonna tell you this. If you do not like the food, you can always put it down, do not consume it, and go and make your own. But look at this. How disrespectful can you be to your own husband's mother? This is very sad. What's your tone?
Mommy, I just rice. You enough make a big thing about it.
Miss Cynthia wasn't finished.
But listen to me, son. What do you mean it's not a big thing? It's actually huge. When growing up with you on a Sunday, me make sure you get a rice and peas every single Sunday. So what make you never come do it this Sunday? You think say me have time for waste? Leon, we a fraud done so me come up here for you, I come make me know say this a guana you not say nothing? This look good to you?
Leon sat there, his mind racing. He hated confrontation, and he especially hated being in the middle of his wife and his mother. But Simone was right. He had been putting her last for too long, and it was destroying their marriage. For years, he had been trying to keep the peace by saying nothing, by letting his mother's behavior slide. But now he could see how much that silence had hurt Simone, how it had eroded the foundation of their relationship. That night, after Miss Cynthia had gone home, Leon sat down with Simone. He looked at her, really looked at her, and saw the exhaustion, the frustration, and the deep sadness in her eyes. She had been fighting this battle alone, and he hadn't been there for her.
Me know ya got you. Want me see how mommy I move towards you. Me just want to tell her sorry and me go try work things out through. Cause I'm in Madame Lover and she grew me. Me always make that overlook the fact that she's very disrespectful. I apologize for make she even talk to you or deal with you in a certain situations. I'ma just sit there and do so much. I apologize.
Simone listened, her eyes glistening with unshed tears. She had heard Leon apologize before, but this time it felt different. She could hear the sincerity in his voice, and for the first time, she felt like he truly understood the depth of her pain. The next day, visit his mother. He sat down with her at the kitchen table, but this conversation was different.
Mommy, you're my mother. Me love you, me respect you. The way you're treating Simone, my wife, me do not approve of that. But mommy, sometimes you go too far and disrespect her and let her feel bad. And nobody would like to be in a family like this for the rest of their life.
Miss Cynthia looked at her son, her face hardening.
You know what? Whatever you want to do. I'm not stressing myself. Do whatever you want to do what you please.
It's not the fact of doing whatever I want to do or do what I please. You're my mother and I will still always love and respect and appreciate you. But my wife needs to feel welcome in this family. Stop all of this comparing and disrespectful slur you've been showing to her. Just give her a break. That's all I'm asking.
Miss Cynthia stayed quiet for a long moment. She wasn't used to Leon standing up to her, and it stung her pride. But deep down she knew he was serious, and that if she didn't change her ways, she would lose him too.
All right, I hear you. You can get up off of my chair and go on now.
Leon left his mother's house that day, knowing things would never be the same. But he also knew he had made the right decision. For too long, he had tried to please everyone. But now it was time to put his marriage first. When Leon returned home, he found Simone sitting on the porch, her expression still weary from the emotional rollercoaster they had been on. He sat down beside her.
Simone, me talk to mommy. She never really did that sandwich, but by looking at her face expression, me know that she hear messy. How she had treated you is not okay. I'm not gonna sit down no more and just watch it happen.
She could see that Trevor had finally made his choice, and for the first time in a long time, she felt hopeful about their future. From that day on, things slowly began to improve. Leon and Simone worked together to rebuild their relationship, and Leon learned to set boundaries with his mother. Miss Cynthia never fully accepted Simone, but she learned to respect the distance Leon had set. Leon continued to love his mother, but he now understood that his loyalty to his wife, and so, Leon and Simone found their peace. Their marriage, once strained by outside interference, grew stronger as they learned to support each other. In the end, Leon realized that loving his wife didn't mean abandoning his mother, it simply meant protecting the love and life they had built together.